Hi. In last class, we have seen uh, topics related to the designing application. That is like creating a custom objects, creating a custom applications, and creating of different tabs there. Okay. In the same way, in today's class, we are going to see. Okay. In last class, we have seen a session related to creation of fields, custom fields, or creation of different types of fields there, like a field types, different field types you have seen. So in today's class we are going to see that assume you are a user, you are changing some record, you want to track those records. Okay, then some field trackings I need it there, or you want to have a encrypted fields there. Okay, we have seen this topic in our last class, that is the encryption of fields. There there will be a different field type will be available which is of encrypted field type. Okay, and there is like suppose I need as a user, there some fields are available but I don't know what field it is. Okay, what type of information I want to fill in that field, I want to look into it. So those type of things we can put it using Salesforce when I'm creating a fields. Okay, then we'll see about a part of relationships. We have different objects. If I want to give a relationship between different objects, how we have to achieve it. Okay, what are the different types of relationships which are available in Salesforce, that we'll see. Okay, then we'll see custom buttons and links. Then finally we'll see about roll-up summary fields. Okay, so we'll start up with encrypted fields. Okay, encrypted fields are custom fields as we are seeing. Okay, which will allow to store a sensitive data. Okay, that means it will be an encrypted format, and which will mask by default Salesforce will mask the data whatever we are going to enter. For example, if I enter a credit card number, first nine I mean first 9 first nearly first 9 digits or 12 digits should be in mask format, and last 4 digits should be in a clear format. Okay, that type of things we can do it over there. Okay, and next who has those access will be able to view the field normally. That means user profiles who has view encrypted data, that checkbox if it's enabled, then the particular field will be able to see it properly, otherwise they will not be able to. Okay, similar way. Okay, or vice versa, like if I have that particular checkbox as unchecked, then I'll not be able to open that particular, the values whatever I'm going to see, I'll not be able to see those things. Okay, and finally next length, that is of 175 characters. Okay, that's it. And we'll create one field for our candidates. I think we have created two objects over there. Okay, let it be. Okay, what I'm going to do is, let me just change a field name here. Instead of payment stage, let's make it as installment. Okay, let's just change okay, installment. Yes, okay. I don't have any decimal places. Let's make it as same. That is a number field. Okay. After that, okay, we'll go to candidates now. Okay, in my candidate, I want to store what all the fields are available. Let's see first. Okay, see, there are so many fields which are available here. Okay, there are so many fields which are available here. Okay, let me just add one more field here, saying like encrypted field. Let's click on new field here. After that, there is an option called as test encrypted. Just click on next. Okay, after that, let's say We don't want his credit card number, we'll just ask him a PAN card number. Okay, length we'll mention it as 150 characters max to max, or which will have maximum 10 characters. Okay, so let's make it as 750 as of now. And what mask you wanna do? Last 4 characters you want to make it as clear, or a credit card number format you want to follow. If I select credit card number, if I give like this it will follow, or if I give last 4 characters clear like this, it will come. Okay, let's follow this process. Or if I want to give star, then I can mention a star here. If you want to make this particular field as required field, then you can select it here. Okay, I'll not make anything like that. Let me click on next. Let me click on next. Once I click on next, see, this is just a field visibility for every person over there, for every profile. Let me make it as save. Let me save this info. See, this new field is created, and if I refresh this page, okay, the new PAN number field is created over here. Okay, so that's how we can create. And see, if I wanna give a value here, when I'm entering, it will accept proper values. Excuse me. Let me click on save. Once I save that info, see, the last 4 characters are showing like a normal things. Other characters are showing in a masking format. Okay, and if I give a option saying like, let's go to setup again, we'll go to profile. Okay, first we'll go to the user. Okay, this guy is a user. Okay, let me go to the profile. See, the view encrypted data, that is unchecked now. Let me check it out. Okay, see, as a user I am unable to see these masked characters. If I want to see it, then let me search. Okay, like that. If I check that checkbox, that is generally for normal profiles. That will not be there for admin profiles, because admin will have access to all the places, so he will not, he will not be able to do that. Okay, let me do one more thing. Modify all. I'll not be able to do that, because since I'm an admin, okay, I'll have access over every places. So if that checkbox is checked, then I'll not be able to do the view encrypted data. I'll not be able to see the encrypted data. That is a limitation, or that is one of the thing we have it in a Salesforce. Okay, so that's what. And we'll see in a future, saying like we'll create on a new user there, and we'll create a profile. Then we'll see how we will be able to see this encrypted data over there. Then we'll check. Okay, we'll see in the next coming sessions. Okay, before that, and for this, for example, I am seeing a PAN number there, but I am unable to check what type of information I have to give it. I have to give there, whether I need to give alphanumeric characters, or whether I need to give a digit, only the digits, and I don't know. as an end user I will not be knowing. So if I want to give a help to the user, or if I want to help a user, then I can mention something like, let me open the particular field, let me click on edit there. Okay, in a edit there will be a help text. We'll mention like enter the number of candidate which is of alphanumeric characters. Okay, let's just save this one, and there is a description field is available. This description is completely for a developer side. See, if I have same 4-5 fields over there with a pan, okay, but only 2-3 fields are getting used in a page layout or used for a user side, then I want to make a particular developer whoever gonna develop next coming days, then we can help them using a description part, saying like this particular field is not getting used in any places like that. Okay, so help text is completely for end users, not for a developers. Okay, so if I come here, if I refresh this page, I'll be able to see one question mark. When I just hover on it, it will show enter the PAN number of a candidate which is of alphanumeric characters. Okay, whatever I entered in help text, same thing I'll be able to see here. That's what I'm telling here, saying like field level help lets you to provide help text detailing the purpose and function of any standard or a custom field. Okay, can define custom help text for your organization fields to provide users with a helpful description, as I was telling. Okay, next, users can view the field help text by hovering over the info icon, whatever I showed you, right? That's what. Okay, next, I'm having there is a fields are available. Okay, whenever user is changing the field, I want to track it somewhere. What is a older value, what is a newer value, what type of information they are filling in that. Okay, sometimes they are gonna fill some dummy information there, but finally they are going to put actual information. Those type of things I want to capture. So to do so, Salesforce is providing a field tracking part. Okay, for every field I can track those information, whatever it is getting changed. Okay, so those type of options which is available in Salesforce, that is a help we are getting from a Salesforce. If we are having other technologies, we have to write our own code for that, or customized code we have to write, saying like when the value is changing this particular table, you go and put this in this particular other audit tables. Okay, that we have to do it in other technologies or other programming languages or in other frameworks generally, but in Salesforce that option is not required. Okay, just you can set a field track history there, then you have to enable for which fields you want to do this part. Okay, so to do so, that's what I'm saying here. You can select certain fields to track and display the field history in the history related list of an object. The field history data is retained for up to 18 months. That means if you change today, it will be retained for next 18 months. After that it will be cleared out. Okay, whatever the older values, that will be cleared out generally. Okay, more than 250 are tracked as it. What I'm saying is, if it's having more than 255 characters, like a rich text is available which is having more than 255 characters. Okay, or text rich long is available, or text area long is available. If that is having more than 255 characters, those things will not be able to track it out because of the size matters. Okay, track field values are not automatically translated. Whatever you put a information, same type of information will be captured, which will not be converted. That's what. Okay, so to do that, first what we have to do is, there is one track field history checkbox is checked, should be checked should be checked in our candidate object. Let me enable that part by editing a candidate object. There is an option to check this checkbox in optional features. Okay, so let me save this one. Okay, that checkbox is checked. Next, I have to go and set a history tracking here. Okay, in my object, in under my custom fields and sections, just click on set history tracking. Here you have to select what all the fields you want to track. If I want to track first name, last name, country, or PAN number, okay, or date of birth, if I want to track, I can track it. Just save this info. Now if I comment, see here, see I am unable to check where that information is available. So I have to do some circles there. Let's do that part. We'll see what page layout we'll do in the next class or in the next session. Before that, let me go and add that section over there. There is something like a candidate history. Just to drag and drop it in place. Just save this info. Okay, now if I command refresh, I should be able to see what is the modification has been done. But since just now I enabled that part, now in a backend there will be an object kind of thing, or there is a placeholder will be created to store this history tracking, or to store this field histories. Okay, to do that, if I check this, if I change these values, okay, I'll change a country here. See what is a change state from this is the old value and this is the new value, and this is the old value, this is a new value. This is enabled since I enabled it for particular fields. I didn't create it for a whole object, I created it for some of the fields. So if I change any field here, only for those fields that part will be affected, okay, or that will be captured, the history will be captured. Okay, since I modified only the history, only the country and a state, only those things will be enabled here. Okay, if I change state there, the state will be changed, that's it. It will not change a country there. See, just click on OK, just click on save. See, that state is changed from New Jersey to New York. Okay, that's gonna happen with the field tracking there. Okay, next is related to the relationship. Okay, in a relationship, generally what is a relationship? That is a bidirectional association between two people in real world scenarios. But in a Salesforce, okay, this relationship is nothing but a bidirectional association which is between two objects, okay, and which allows to create a links between the other object and between one object and the other object. Okay, the platform Salesforce platform provides three different types of relationships. Okay, first is a lookup relationship, master detail relationship, and a many to many relationship. Okay, first is one to many relationship and many to many relationship. These two are a relationship actually which is available in every platform. Okay, first master detail relationship and lookup relationship will come under one to many, and many to many is something like a junction object kind of thing we are going to create. Okay, first, what is master detail relationship is, first we'll start with the master detail relationship. Okay, generally what is master detail relationship is, which is a parent child relationship. There master will act as a parent and child will act as a detail object. Okay, that means which will behave it like a child. Okay, when a record of the master detail is created or a master object is created, automatically the child object record will be created there. Okay, or a detail object record will be deleted there. That means when I delete a parent, automatically the child record will be deleted there. Okay, and the owner field on the detail object is not available and is automatically set to the owner of its associated master record. That means, see, when I create a record there, okay, when I create a record in master, that will have a owner. That owner is nothing but like this. Okay, these are the owners I have. Okay, when I create any record in my child, okay, then the in child there is no specific field called owner. That will be, I will not be able to put a value. Okay, but that will be automatically get it from my parent. Okay, so why? Because if I delete a parent, automatically the child will be deleted. Okay, custom objects on a detail page, details at a master detail cannot have sharing rules. Yes, manual sharing concept or queues. Okay, why? Because there is a sharing concept is available in Salesforce. If I want to share a record with different people, okay, I can share those records based on some criteria or based on some ownerships or based on user intervention, like a manual sharing he can do or he can does. Okay, so if I share any records here, okay, automatically the record will be shared with a different person, whoever I mention it. Okay, but this option will not be available with master detail relationship. That means that too with a custom objects. See why? Because automatically whatever whatever I do for the master, automatically that will be inherited for my child. For example, if I set for a master detail, if I set it as read only option, then automatically that will be set for my child. Okay, if I set for my parent, if I set it as read, create or modification, then or edit option, then automatically that will be put it or that will be shared for my child. Okay, so that option will be with Salesforce automatically with a master detail relationship. Okay, and which inherits, that's what I was telling, which will inherit a sharing concept and a security concept of its master record. Whatever I'm going to set it up for master, automatically that will be inherited for my child. Okay, there is no need to set up everything again and again. Okay, the master detail relationship field is required on the page layout of the master record. That means as a end user, if I try to give a record in my child, okay, this master field is a mandatory field in my child. Okay, if I don't give anything in my master, if I don't give anything in my child for the master field, automatically that particular record I will not be able to create. Okay, so that is a one thing we have to do. And one more thing, if I try to remove that particular master field from my child, that means from a page layout, if I try to remove that particular field, I'll get a error message. Generally I'll not be able to do that. Okay, that option will not come. That is like my required field, right? Generally when I create any required fields, okay, when any field as a mandatory field, those fields I will not be able to put it, I will not be able to remove it from a page layout. So in the same way here master detail relationship fields will work out. Okay, next see, I created a child with a proper parent. Okay, I felt like I have to change a parent now. That option is not possible with a master detail relationship. Once I create a child with a proper parent, that's it. I will not be able to change my parent over there. Okay, so when I create, so Salesforce is telling that whenever you are going to create a parent-child relationship, when you try to create a record in a child, just should be careful. Otherwise what will happen is you will not be able to put a same, you will not be able to put a different master there, okay, or a different parent there. Okay, so when you are creating, you should be very careful. And there is a custom object. I created some custom object. In the same way we have some standard objects, correct? If I want to give connection between standard object and a custom object, I can do that with the help of master detail relationship or with the help of different relationships. That we'll see. Okay, so next standard object cannot be on a detail side of the relationship with the custom object. Okay, in addition you cannot create a master detail relationship in which the user or lead objects are of the master. Okay, that we'll see. Okay, next is a lookup relationship. Okay, lookup relationship, this type of relationship links two objects together but has no effect on deletion or security or a sharing, unlike a master detail fields. Okay, lookup fields are not automatically required. When you define a lookup relationship, data from one object can appear as a custom related list on page layouts for the other object. Okay, that is one that's what we will be able to see with a lookup relationship. And child row not automatically deleted when the parent row is deleted. That means what I'm saying is, if I delete my parent in a lookup relationship, if I delete my parent, automatically the child will not be deleted. Okay, if I want to delete, then I have to go to my child, then I have to delete it there. So you may think, what will happen to the child record, correct? Because I gave a connection to the child and my parent. Okay, so that particular column will make it as a blank. That Salesforce is gonna do it. Okay, and automatically this sharings and settings, security settings will not be inherited to my child. That means if I set any security for security or sharing rules for my parent, automatically that will not be inherited to my child. We have to do it manually for my child also. Okay, 25 lookup relationship allowed per object. In a master detail, that limitation is 2. That means for one child, I can have 2 masters or 2 parents. So in the same way here I can have 25 lookup relationship per object. That means for my one child I can have 25 different parents kind of thing. Okay, lookup field on a child is not necessarily a mandatory thing. Okay, or which is not a required option there. Okay, and there is one more thing. In a lookup relationship I will not be able to create any roll-up summary fields using my lookup relationship, but using a master detail relationship I will be able to create roll-up summary fields in my parent or in my master. Okay, many to many relationships are generally will set it up with different objects. To achieve many to many relationship, will create a junction object. That means one particular object will create it as a child for two parent objects. Okay, so which will achieve a many to many relationship between them. Okay, a many to many relationship allows each record of one object to be linked to the multiple records from the other objects and vice versa. Okay, to create many to many relationship, generally we'll create one custom object. For that custom object we'll put 2 masters, then we'll set up those 2 masters as this child as a this particular detail object as a junction object as a child for those 2 master objects. Then we'll set up a master detail relationship between these 2 objects. Okay, you may think for what exactly the relationships which is having, right? So since we have master detail relationship, why we need lookup relationship? Okay, in master detail relationship, whenever you create, okay, if you want to change, as I was telling, once you create a record, you will not be able to change a parent there. Okay, in your child, if you try to delete it, it will not allow you to do. Okay, if you try to remove it, if you want to put it for different master, you will not be able to do that. Okay, that is a limitation we have it with the master detail. So in those cases we can do it with a lookup relationship. Okay, in all the scenarios we are not going to put a same master there. If you by mistakenly or unknowingly you provided a different master there, you want to change it, you can change it if you are going to with a lookup relationship, but this you cannot do it with a master detail relationship. And a master detail relationship you can set it up only 2 per object. Okay, only 2 allowed relationships are for object, but lookup relationship is 25 relationships you can set it up. And I was telling master detail relationship, if you create, you can create a roll-up summary field in a master. Okay, those are the relationships we can do it with a Salesforce. Okay, next we are going to create a relationship here. See, I have one more object called payment information object. I want to give connection between these 2 objects. What I'll do is I'll just open up my payment information object. This is a child object I want to make it. So let me click on new button here. Okay, in a new button, see here there is a lookup relationship is available, master detail relationship is available. I want to create a master detail relationship. I don't want to change a parent again and again. That's it. I don't want to do anything there. So who should be the for which object I want to relate this particular child? Okay, I want to give a connection to the candidate object. So let me select a candidate object, then click on next. Okay, I'll maintain a same field label, or you want to change, you can change it here. Okay, I'll not do that. I'll just maintain same thing there. If you want to give help text, you can give it there. Okay, next, what is a child relationship name? That is, if I have it in my if I have this in my child, I mean if I have this in my parent, this particular field, this particular section, what I want to call it as, okay, that I can put it here under a relationships. And one more thing, if I set up this relationship, what should be the name for that relationship? Okay, got it. See, what I'm telling is, see here, I have two objects here. Okay, I have one more object. Okay, see, if I have a connection to this, okay, assume this is one master 1, this I have it as child 1. Okay, if I give a connection to this, for this relationship I should give some name. Okay, that will be derived as a child. Okay, in our case that is coming as payment underscore informations. Okay, this generally, this particular relationship name will be defined when I am using my SOQL statements or when I am writing my SOQL statement. What is the name you are giving for this relationship, right? Using that, you will be able to put queries there, inner queries or inline queries in a Salesforce with the help of SOQL. Okay, that is completely related to the developer task, so there we are going to do that. Here in admin part, that is just like a relationship name I am going to create, that's it, nothing else. Okay, let's click on next. Okay, here see, this column is automatically checked out for all the profiles, but this column I am unable to do it anything there because the values we should provide it there, otherwise it will not allow us to do that. And see, in my candidate object, okay, I mean sorry, in my payment information layout, you want to add this candidate field or not. Okay, by default it will be added there because that is a mandatory field. Let me click on next. Now it is asking, in my candidate layout, should I add this related list or not? Okay, that means if I open my candidate here, okay, I'm seeing two related lists, right? In the same way, you wanna see the payment information there or not, you have to select it. If you want to see, then you can put it here. If you don't want, then I can remove it there. Let's put it here as of now. If I don't want to see that, I can remove it. Okay, see, if I refresh these, see, the payment information is created. If I click on go here, I don't have any records, so no problem. Assume you have a record here. Okay, already the record is existing, then you try to create a master detail relationship, you will not be able to do that. You will get an error message saying this record is already existing, because this master detail relationship always accepts a record, right? Or always accepting a record, so which will not allow you to put an empty value in that. Okay, so that is a case, you have to give a value in that one. So if I click on new payment information, see, the installment is mandatory when I'm creating a field there, and in my installment amount is mandatory when I'm creating my field there, and automatically this candidate field is also mandatory now. Why? Because this is a master detail relationship. Let's create a thing here. First installment, I'll make it as 1000, and candidate, I'll assign it to one candidate. Let's click on save, and we'll go to candidate, we'll just clone this candidate, we'll create one more candidate here. Okay, like that. I'll come to this candidate now, I mean payment information now. In my payment information, let me click on edit. If I try to edit, I'll not be able to change my candidate here. Got it? This is how we will be able to see the master detail relationship. Okay, so that is one of the important thing when I'm going to create a master detail relationship. Once I create a master detail relationship, and once I create a record with the particular master, I'll not be able to change it. Even though you added it by mistakenly, you will not be able to change this information. So when you're creating a record, we should be very careful, otherwise you have to delete it and you have to create a newer one, or if you want to clone it, you can clone this information again. Okay, that's how we can create a master detail relationship with this one. Suppose if I want to create my lookup relationship there, okay, then for example, for a candidate, okay, I want to add, I can have one more one more object there. Okay, that object I want to make it as a lookup relationship, then I can add it here. So as of now, for a time being purpose, let me add a lookup relationship. Okay, even for this also, which will ask who should be the parent for this. Okay, I'll give it as account. Okay, let's click on next. Let me just mention it as account there. Let me see, same child relationship as also name should be same. Okay, see this particular column is now I'm able to change it now. Okay, whatever you want to put, you can put for this. Okay, if you want to make it as read only field, you can put that as a read only field. Just let us click on next. Okay, see whether you want to add this lookup field to your candidate layout or not. Okay, yes, I want to add. Next, last one is in your account object, you want to add this particular layout. This particular related list, you want to add it to account layout or not. Just click on save here. That's it. There is a new field is created of data type lookup. Okay, in my payment information, the new field is created as a master detail in a bracket, that is a candidate. That means who is the who is the parent for this particular object, that is going to see there. Okay, that's how we will be able to create a master data relationship and a lookup relationship. We'll create so many other fields for this, records for this, for candidate. So let me go to candidate again. For that particular candidate, let's add a new candidate there. I'll make it as second payment. I'll just make it as 2000. Let me save this one. If I want to clone, I'll just clone this. Let me make it as 3. I'll just make it as 5000. Let's save this. So if I go to candidate, if I open this candidate, I should be able to see 3 childs there. Okay, like that. So if I have this payment information, then it is fine, it will display here. Okay, assume you don't have a payment information, or you have some 100 records there, but 100 records will not be, we will not be able to display all the 100 records here, but I want to see the count somewhere. Okay, or I want to see how much payment it is done by that particular person. Okay, I want to see it there. So in those cases, we can go for a roll-up summary fields. In a roll-up summary fields, we will be able to see minimum, maximum of a value, sum of a particular currency fields, or we can count how many records are available for the child. We can do that. Okay, to do so, we have to go to parent object. Okay, see my lookup relationship, what will happen is, if I give one lookup relationship here, I'll give it as some person here. Let's okay, if I save this, I'll be able to save, and if I wanna edit, now I'll be able to change my account also. Got it? So this is what we can do it with a lookup relationship, but with a master detail, obviously I can't do that. Okay, I can't create a different master there. I can't give a connection to the different master, because that connection is already set it up. Okay, so that is a case there. Okay, next what I'm going to do is, we are going to create a roll-up summary field. To create a roll-up summary field, first you have to go to the parent, that is my candidate. For a payment information, candidate is my parent. Here there is an option which is called as roll-up summary field, that is of one of the field type. Just click on next. Let me say it as total payment count. That means how many payments are done. Okay. Next, what is a summarize object? Since I have only one child for a candidate payment, so which will have that payment information there. What options you want to use it here? That means what function you want to use it, whether you want to use count or you want to use sum, min or a max. If you want to count, automatically the number of records will be counted there. Or you want to apply this scenario for all the existing records under this child, under this candidate, or which follow some criteria, only those particular things you want to follow. Like in my child, I am having so many fields, right? If my installment amount is, or if my installment is greater than 2, then only I want to do this option. You can set that option here. Otherwise what will happen is all the records in the child will be eligible for this counting purpose. So if I click on next, and automatically generally this particular field is read only field, because I'll not be able to enter any values here. I'll not get a option also. First of all, automatically that will be calculated from a Salesforce for that particular object, and I can make this particular field as visible to only some profile. I can set it up there. Okay, if I want to make it visible for everyone, I can make it like that. As of now, I'll make it only 2 options. Let's click on next. Next, whether you want to add this field to your candidate layout or not. If you don't want, you can remove it. Let me click on save. That's it. A new field is created called as total payment count. Now if I go to this particular candidate, if I open this, so the new field is created here as a roll-up summary field. If I try to edit, I will not be able to edit that. Okay. If I have one more payment there, that will be coming here. And suppose if I go to other candidate which is available there, okay, if I open him, he doesn't have any child there, or he doesn't have any child records. Since he doesn't have any child records, this count is calculated as 0. Okay, like that it is gonna calculate. Suppose in the same way, if I want to use sum there, okay, then I can use a sum. Okay, so in the same way I can create a roll-up summary fields. Let me make it as total payment. Let's click it on next. To which object you want to relate? You want to relate it to the payment information. What is a sum? In sum, it will take only 2 types of fields generally. One is currency field and a number field. Okay, I am calculating a amount there, so I will select a installment amount. If you want to put it as a criteria, you can select a criteria there. Okay, let's click on next. Here we are going to set up that visibility. Let's click on save. See, if I refresh this page, see, this is not having any record, so which is coming as empty. So let me open that candidate again. See, the total payment amount is 8,000. Okay, if you go here, you are having a 3 records. If you go and add every record there, then you will get it as a 8,000. Okay, that's how we can go for roll-up summary fields. That's how we can create a roll-up summary fields. In the same way, if you want to use different function which is available in Salesforce, you can use it under a roll-up summary field, like a minimum or a maximum. You can put it there. Okay, like that we can use roll-up summary fields. That is a usage of relationship. That is a master detail relationship. If I use lookup relationship, I will not be able to create roll-up summary field there. Okay. Next. Okay, that is just like a roll-up summary fields, and this is completely related to our fields, different set of fields and relationships. Okay, next is something called as buttons, custom buttons. See here, custom buttons, links and creations. Okay, see here we are seeing only three buttons here. Okay, these are completely provided by Salesforce. Those we will call it as a standard buttons. Assume you want to create your own button there, or here you have some hyperlink kind of thing there. When you click on this, some event will happen. So in the same way, you want to write your own code, or you want to write your own custom button there, or a button you want to do it there. In a button you want to write your own functionality. So in those cases you can create custom button, okay, or custom list button, or a custom detail button, or a custom links. Okay, these three you can create it in a Salesforce. Okay, to create a custom button, first we'll go to the object. In the object there is an option like buttons, links and actions. When I click on buttons, links and actions, there are by default some buttons are available. Okay, you can just click on new button or link. When I click on new button or link, okay, new button or link, there is a label is available, that is a display name I have to give, and name is just like a API name, and a description for developer purpose. In display type I am having three options. Okay, first is a detail page link. Okay, detail page link which appears generally on our link section on the record detail page on a specific object's record. Okay, so there is a next option is called as detail button or a page button. That button is something like which will appear on our action menu. Okay, like this, here it will be available, there we can use it there. Okay, next last is a list button. There is a related lists are available in my object. In my candidate there is a related list like payment information is available. You want to add one more button here, you can add it there. Okay, that is a custom button, you can create it. Okay, before going to the custom links list button, first we'll go to our detail button and detail link. Okay, first we'll create a detail page link. Okay, in a detail page link, if I want to put some fields there, okay, if I want to put my first I'll go for detail page link. Here we'll say like this is my button, right? So we can put it like something in my candidate. Let's create one field here first. Let me create on currency field kind of thing. I'll just put a percentage field. Or what I'll do is I'll just create one field in my payment information. There I'm going to add a new relationship there. Let me select a percentage field. Okay, let me say it as tax. 2 decimal fields, 16 and 2. I'll not put anything. Let me click on next. Save. Let us come here. We'll give some values for that first. I'll put it as 4%. Okay. Okay. Let's create a button now. Okay, saying like, to create a button under this payment information, just click on buttons, links and action related list. It will come here. Let's click on new buttons and actions. Okay, here let me say like calculate auto generate tax. Tax. Okay, just click on tab, automatically that will be created. Detail page link. Okay, display in a new window or a current window, or what option you want to do it here, you can do it there. Okay, here what you want to do it here. Okay, you want to do any calculation, you can do there. Okay, any subtraction, any multiplication you want to do, you can do it there. Okay, so let's content source is a URL they are saying. Okay, I want to search this particular candidate, I can do this. Okay, or I can't, I want to execute some JavaScript here, on click JavaScript I want to do. Okay, then I can write here. Okay, or see, when I select on click JavaScript, automatically this is changed, behavior is changed. If I select display new window, if I click on click JavaScript, related to that, whatever I am writing, that will be calling there. Okay, so that's what we can do it in that place. Okay, just I want to check like what is the tags there. Okay, so I can just check like https, okay, www.google.com/, okay, slash, I can just search that. Okay, instead of slash, question mark, where is question mark, question equal to tags. Okay, within a double quotes I have to put here. Okay, no need to mention any double quotes, just let me mention like tags percentage. If I try to check a syntax here, it will throw the error message. No, that's it. Let's click on save. Now the new link is getting created, but still this link will not be added to any pages there. Oh wait, I selected it as execute JavaScript, but I don't want to call it as JavaScript. I want to open it in a new window. So that's it. Let's check a syntax here one more time. Let's click on save. Okay, now this particular button is created, but I don't have, I didn't add this button anywhere. Okay, so to add a button, let's go to the layout. Okay, in a layout I have to add that button. See, if I refresh this page, I'll not be able to see any link here, or I'll not be able to see any button there. So let me go to the layout. Okay. Since this is a link that will be available under custom links here, this is the new link which is created just now. Drag and drop. Just click on save. Just refresh this page. See, there is a new button is created. Just click on that. Whatever the event you are writing there, that thing will be happened here. Okay, whatever the option you want to do, you can do it over there. Suppose in the same way, assume you want to change it to something else, then you can go to that button again just by clicking on this. Just go to edit. You want to change this URL, you can change that URL like this. Nothing else is required, just change it there and just refresh a page. Automatically when I click on that link, this search is gonna happen now. See, that's how it should happen here. Okay, initially what was happening, it was just opening in a new window. It will ask you to click on search button there. Now, as of now, which is changed to the search option. Okay, so that's how we can do it with custom links. But with a button, okay, let me remove from the layout here. I don't want that link now. Okay, let me make it as a button. So let me go to the link. Let's remove that link here. Let's save this. Okay, now we'll go to this done. Okay, let's generate this. I mean, let's change this one. Okay, I don't want to make it as a link, I want to make it as button. Just select that. Okay, and just click on save. Once I create here, I have to add that button to my page layout. So let me open a page layout here. Let me open a page layout. There is a button option is available, or button component is available. This is the button which I created. Just drag and drop, okay, to the place where I have a custom button section. Okay, once you click on it, just click on save. That's it, the new button is added. If you click on that, whatever my custom link was happening, I mean same action or same functionality will be copied out for this also. Okay, that's how we can add a custom buttons, links or actions here. Okay, and there is one more thing is available, that is called as custom, that is called as auto buttons there, that is a list button. Okay, this, if you want to check this checkbox, then for multiple records, if you have this button, if you try to click on this, there will be a checkbox is listed out. That means if you select multiple records there, then you will be able to get this information. I don't want to do that now. Okay, then let me click on save. Now I have to add this button to my page layout. Since this is available in page layout, which particular button is getting used in my page layout, so I'll not be able to change it off. So let me put it back to my layout. Let me click on save. Let's come here. Let's save this one. Okay, now the button is added. Okay, if I go to page information, even in this also I should be able to see the button which is created just now. Okay, that is not coming here, that will not come here. Let me open my candidate. I was telling you, in my related lists information, that button should be coming. Okay, that is not happening. So let's edit that layout. Okay, to edit a layout, just click on that layout. Okay, here buttons, sorry, related list. See, in the related list section, I'm not having a button there. Just click on this wrench. Okay, here there is option to click on buttons. Just click on it. This is the new button which I created. You have to add into that. Click on OK. The new button which will come here. Just click on save. Now if I come down here, generate tax, something like that, which open now. Just click on cancel. That's it. Okay, so that's how I can create a buttons here. And see, in my page layout also, I mean in my this layout also, or in my view also, I want to see that button. Then we can add it from using a search layout here. There is something like in my search layout, there is a page information list view is available here. You can come to that. You can just add this button whichever it's created there. Save this one. If I refresh this page, that button should be listed here. See, if I click on that, the new window kind of thing should be opened. If I click on proceed, okay, because of some thing I'm unable to do this. Okay, let's click on cancel. That's how I can add a list buttons there for my related list and for my page layouts, I mean search layouts. Okay, that's how we can go with the custom links and actions. Okay, those are the things we can perform with Salesforce. That's it about this session. Okay, in next session we'll see with validation rules, formula fields, okay, and different things like page layout I seen, or search layout. All those things will come up with the next class. Okay, thanks for your time.